Hello guys, welcome back. And this time we are going to be learning how to add custom music to your mod. Uh one of the actually like I just learned how to do this. Um you actually a lot of people what they do is they rename they put the music in their mod. And what they will do is they will rename one of the they will rename a music as something that's already in the game, and then this way it picks it up in the game. Uh, well, that's not quite the correct way to do it. So, it works, but it doesn't. It's so much better to. It's actually easier to do it the other way. So we're actually going to be adding music in here. I don't know if you noticed that I actually had some custom music in here. So we're going to go ahead and work on adding that. The first thing you want to do is go to your sound file in your music tab. Uh, I think you actually have to add this in here. So you have to add this sound folder in here, and the easiest way to do that is to go to Arcanum's mod, which if you go to Arcanum and you just copy this sound folder, and in the sound folder it has music and it has all the music in it. So you just want to go ahead and copy that into your mod. Actually, no, I think it does. It must have it in there because well, anyway, you just copy that into your mod. The next thing you want to do is go to your mod, and in that sound folder you want you have these three files here, and what they are actually you have these two because the bottom one is for adding voices to characters, I believe. Yeah. So you have these two right here. What you want to do is you want to open up Scheme List, and I don't know why it's lagging me. It won't let me do anything. Well, this sucks. Okay, there we go. I don't know, for some reason I'm lagging. So what you want to do is I have added this music here. So at the bottom, you're going to make a new thing. I already have a music that I'm going to be adding in here other than the one that's already in there. So again, you do two sets of curly brackets. All your music and everything needs to be separated by at least 100. So, what you're going to do is, I'm actually going to be 6100. And then you want to copy the path of the music, which I believe goes in Arcanum. It has to go like all over the place. I don't know if there's a way to simplify this or whatnot because I just started doing it. So I have stuff all over the place. All I know is it works, and that's good enough for me. So you want this. You're going to go to Arcanum Sound Music, and then the name of your file saved as an MP3. I don't believe the quality of MP3 matters, but it must be an MP3. I want to say AVI also works, or not AVI, Wave. I believe Wave works because I think I mean they have ambient sound set as waves. So unless I believe music actually has to be set to MP3. Soon you can specify sound. Okay, so yeah, you can it'll either be WAV or MP3. So, yeah, I have a file that is on my desktop over here, and it is this one right here. So we're going to go ahead and add that to this folder, which is Arcanum Sound Music. So we're going to go ahead to under your modules folder, Arcanum Sound and Music. I'm not quite sure if you can actually set this to default to your mod or not, because it goes in Arcanum's data folder. So for now, I just put everything in here because it doesn't mess with Arcanum's uh, game at all. So we pretty much just drag this in here, and you want to go ahead and copy the name. And the easy way to do that is just hit rename and then Control C. And then you go back to this folder here and then Control V. And now this is really important here. Since it is music, you want to add these flags, and these flags are actually up here, I believe. Yeah. So what these do is this is all your music stuff here. So basically, when you read through this, it just explains what you want to add to the music. For pretty much for music, you want this. So when you just go through and walking through the area, that's all. You can mess around with the other settings and stuff if it relates to what you're doing, but for the most part, it's usually just loop. And then the next flag you want to add is the volume flag. So what this one does is this determines the volume of the of your music, and for the most part, I go with 100 because um, it's a lot easier for me to open up my sound editor and just edit the thing either quieter or louder than it is trying to guess what volume Arcanum sets it to. So pretty much this is my my line right here, and this being the name of your music file. So you go ahead and save this, and you want to remember this number here. And once again, you go back to your mod, and you also want to paste the you want to put your music in your mod as well, otherwise it will not find it. So you have your you want your music in Arcanum's folder and in your folder. Then you go to scheme list. Actually, we already did scheme list. Scheme index. Okay, so what this is this is how it will find. This is what you will see in game or in World Editor. So it's the number of your uh, music divided by 100. So I had 6100, and you just remove the two zeros, which makes it 61. And since it is music, it will be M. If it's going to be ambient, you would have an A there, and then just any descriptive name. So since this is going to be my Plainsland music, and then the number of your the number that it was set to in the other one, so 6100, and that is all there is to it. So go ahead and file save that, and then you want to take these two here, and you want to basically you want to add those lines to Arcanums. So you can't, if you haven't already added stuff to Arcanum and all this other stuff, you could just either just copy your line into Arcanums, or you could just copy the entire thing. Since I have, since this is the only mod that I'm using custom music in, it's not going to mess up any of my other mods. So I'll just be basically be copying those two in there. You want to go to Arcanum Data, and you have to add this sound folder in there, and you have to add these two files in there. So you just paste them in there, and these are going to be the exact same things with your stuff in it. So if you already have music in there and you're making a new mod that doesn't necessarily use all this music, you can just add lines to it. You can add the line of your music to it. So basically you have your two files in here with your music lines in them, and this is what makes it show up in Arcanum, or Arcanum's World Editor. So we've got all that done, and now we can go over to World Ed finally, and we will just boot that up and see where we go. Alright, so we'll just go over somewhere near the beginning, because it is going to be music for this type land, but I'm just going to test it. So, and I still have my monster generators over here, which I will turn on screen on so you can see that, which was supposed to be shown in the other video, but I forgot about it. So you want to go to top-down view. You don't have to, but it just shows you the region that your music is going to be playing in. So again, the sectors, the yellow boxes, that is when you set your music to this area, it'll set it to that spot only. So since I have this sector here, if you right click anywhere on the terrain, even if you're in isometric view, you go to sound schemes, and you can go ahead and select your music file, which it's in here somewhere. I have forest. Oh, plains. Wondering if it worked there for a minute. So, that is that's it. So you can select it from the drop-down list and put it in there. Then you just compress your module, and I will see you back in our Arcanum once all of this goes through processing. Alright guys, we are in Arcanum, and we are going to go check out our custom music that we've been working on. So when you log in, you realize that it works. So, important things to note is, when you want to, when you're adding music, it cannot be any longer than 3 minutes. The cutoff point is somewhere around there, and it doesn't, it will not work if it's longer than 3 minutes. So, you're gonna have to cut your clip to make it, down so it's, shorter than 3 minutes. I got all this music from, a composer on YouTube, and his name is Adrian Von Ziegler, and it just sounds really nice, and it fits Arcanum really, really well. I will have a link to his channel in the description, and all of that fun stuff. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and have a nice day.